Hey folks, welcome back to the mountain. Today, we're finally going to start on one of them projects we've been talking about. So let's get going, shall we? Alright, before we get started on the project, I want to talk a little bit about lumber. I watch these other homesteading channels and I talk to friends and neighbors, and everyone's talking about the price of lumber skyrocketing right now. And I went to some of the box stores the past couple weeks and they're right. I mean, the price is just unbelievable. As you know, lumber's not really a problem for us these days. We've got our sawmill and we make our own. Everything right here I've been making the past week or two. It's been awesome for us to have the sawmill. I know other people are like having to put projects on hold right now. There's like people that wanted to build houses that they're putting it on hold right now because the price of lumber has doubled and tripled in some areas. It's just nuts, the price of lumber. This is one of the reasons why we started doing all this, and to become more self-sufficient. One of the reasons for the sawmill was so that we didn't have to rely on anyone else. I haven't bought a piece of lumber in the 2 years that I've owned that sawmill other than a couple sheets of plywood. All the lumber I need, I make myself right here on the homestead from trees we cut off our own property. All this lumber right here, we're going to be starting today. We're going to start building the bunny bunker, as we call it. We've told you in a previous video we're going to start raising rabbits. So I'm going to be building what we're calling the bunny bunker. It's going to be a lot bigger than most people would build because we have the lumber. The lumber just costs me time and a little bit of gasoline and maybe a couple blades on the mill. Even those I get them resharpened for just a few dollars, so that's not a big deal either. So we're going to start building that. And, we have our lumber here. We don't have to go out. We don't have to buy it. If I need something, I make it. I've said many times, it's awesome having my own lumber yard. It really is. My lumber yard's right here. I've got everything I need for the next couple projects already cut, ready to go. I've got my 2x that I'm sitting on here. I've got 1x here, 1x and 2x behind me, and I got a pallet of 4x4s that you can't even see back there. So once again, we're going to start building that bunny bunker. We're going to start with a couple 6x6s that I made. They're 12 feet long. Those are going to be skids that it gets dragged on, so we can move it around the property with the tractor. It's going to be great. We want to be self-sufficient, so we're doing that. We're doing the animals, we're doing the garden, everything to be more self-sufficient, bringing you all along with us as we learn, because we haven't done this stuff before. We're learning as we go. I built the barn. I'd never built a barn before. Now I'm going to do the bunker. I've never done that before. Everything I do, you're watching me learn as I go. With the sawmill, you've watched me learn as I go. I'm still learning on that thing. So we're going to get moving. First thing I got to do, I cut the 6x6s like a month or so ago. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move them over to an area where I'm going to be building the bunny bunker. And I'm going to treat them since they're made out of hemlock. They're 6 inches by 6 inches by 12 feet long out of hemlock. They're going to be resting on the ground, so we have to treat them so they don't rot. Now years ago, before pressure treating, people treated wood a certain way, and that's how I'm going to be doing it, with a special blend that I'm going to make myself, and I'm going to put on the wood, and that'll treat it. And that's where we're going to start, and that's what we're going to do today. So let's get moving and get the 6x6s over to where we need them to be. Yes, they are heavy. So there we go, folks. There's our 6x6s. We're going to cut them to size, and then we're going to pressure treat them with our, well, not pressure treat them, but we're going to treat them with our own special blend. And here's our 6x6s here. As you can see, they're a little dried. Now on this end down here of this one, we got a little bit of wane on the bottom. That's not going to be a big deal. Because what I'm going to do is on these bottom pieces, is on the bottom of, this is going to be the bottom, the same side as the wane that's down there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it at a 45-degree angle along here, and that way we can drag it along the ground. So we're going to go ahead and cut this side first. It's pretty simple, really. We're just going to take our speed square and put it on there. This way, of course. And we're going to draw a 45-degree angle. And then I'm just going to take my square like this. I'm going to mark it across so that I can do the same angle on the other side. I'll just roll it. These are kind of hefty, I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that for nothing. Come over here to where that line is, and we'll draw 45 like that. Now, just to double check, we can do this. And it should wind up in the same place, and it does. So this is what we're cutting off. How we're going to do that, we're going to take our circular saw, and we're going to cut through both sides. And then we're probably going to have to take our hand saw to cut the rest of the way through, because I don't think the blade's going all the way through. So let's go ahead and cut it. Alright, so now we have about an inch in the middle that's not cut. So for that, we're going to have to use our hand saw and cut that off. This saw is probably older than I am. There. Not too bad. Not too great, but not too bad. Alright, now we just have 3 more ends to do. We'll see if we can do better than that. Alright folks, I got my special blend of wood protectant mixed up. I did change my clothes. This stuff really stains. So I went and put on some grubbies. You know, we had someone up here not too long ago. We told them make sure to wear their grubbies. Their response was, well, I don't have any grubbies. My response is, you know, like 80% of the clothes I have are grubbies. So anyway, here is our wood protectant. We're just going to gloop this on. Once again, learning as we go. Get that stuff out of the way so it doesn't get this stuff on it. Get it on there, let it sink in that wood good. We're going to use quite a bit of this. Want to make sure to get these ends good and covered with our secret protectant. Wow, look at that, huh? So, there we go. We have a nice thick coat on there of our proprietary sealant protectant for wood. So we're gonna let this sit here for a day or two soaking, and then we'll be able to put these on the ground and start building our bunny bunker on them. Folks, that's gonna do it from the mountain today. A couple days we're gonna start working on these. It's supposed to be rainy tomorrow, so hopefully Saturday I'll be able to get to working on these, and I'll show you how I'm gonna build the bunny bunker for our bunnies, which are coming in just 4 weeks. So we gotta get ready for them. So folks, as always, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, hit the thumbs up, tell everybody about us, comment on our videos. Tell me what you think of this process here. I'm assuming some of you old timers know what I'm doing here. Some of you may not. I don't know. This is something that my grandfather showed me when I was just a wee one many, many moons ago. So anyway, once again, subscribe, thumbs up, notification bell, and as always, folks, God bless.